Friday night, I went to a adult onesie party, like a slumber party, but we didn't sleep there. My onesie was not here in time. So I went to this adult onesie sleepover, and I had ordered a turkey onesie.
Okay,
because I wanted it for Thanksgiving too, and it had wings and like the whole 9 yards. I wanted to be able to chase my kids in it.
Sounds fun.
But it did not arrive. It actually got lost in the mail, so I still don't have it. And I had to borrow a panda onesie from one of my friends.
Was the friend going to the onesie party?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So they had two onesies?
She ordered two onesies because she didn't know whether she wanted to be a panda or a piñata. But she was the piñata, and I told her, I was like, please put candy in your pockets and just throw it, like randomly throughout the party. It was so much fun. And then Jax had his last football game.
Okay, yeah. Dean had his last baseball game on Saturday, so that closes that chapter. But now Ruby's doing basketball, so that opens up a chapter. Okay. Yes, she's dying to do basketball.
All right. Jax also tried to kill himself yesterday. He fell behind my bed somehow, and his whole back is scraped up. I'm like, buddy, what? You just gotta listen.
Was he climbing the bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him, that, my grandmother said, if you don't listen, you gotta feel. And I'm excited about a Panthers win. I finally get to wear my cool denim Panthers jacket.
Good win by the Panthers yesterday, and I was happy for the Panther fans who went to the game because I know the stadium was just filled with Saints fans.
Yeah, well, maybe the Charlotte FC, who won their game on Friday night, put some good mojo in the room. Yeah,
I was there for that. On Friday night, we went out to the FC game, which was awesome. The Charlotte FC won their playoff game.
Did you see Dallas while you were there?
Kicks. No, I tried to meet up with them, but they were in a different area.
Okay.
They were in the rowdy area.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And Dallas was like, I had beers thrown on me. He had a blue wig on. But somehow people still realized it was him. They were sending me pictures of him in the stands.
Yeah, somebody sent teacher Sarah took a picture of me and Dean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did you spot us? And she's like, oh, Dean was standing on the chair with his towel. But we sat right in front of David Tepper, not in the same suite, but we were right in the suite level area, and David Tepper was there. And I was so happy for him because he's so passionate about winning. And I know he gets such a bad rap around here because the teams don't win. But the FC, they're winning. They won their playoff game. They play again on Saturday in Orlando. And if they win that, they move on, which is awesome. And I think we can. I think we can win. And then yesterday, Tepper got a win for the Panthers. And I'm going to say, I thought Bryce Young looked a little better since he sat the last couple games.
All right, that's good. Don't jinx it.
I won't. Yeah, we did that. I had an appearance on Saturday, and I got to tell you, something happened at my appearance while I was talking on the mic, but I held it together like a professional, and then it all went downhill after that. So we'll talk about that. So on Saturday, in radio, you do these things called remotes. On the business side, it's called a remote, but really it's just like an appearance where, companies pay to have talent from the radio station come out and hang. So LauRen goes, Cameron, our midday bae, goes out every once in a while. I'm out. And on Saturday in Charlotte, and by the way, we're still trying to get down to Augusta. We cannot work a date between us and HD 98.3 and Chris.
I thought we did.
Chris is like, let me check on that date. It's supposed to be this week.
I know. Well,
he didn't confirm that.
If it's not, that's okay because my son's school just added something that day that I was going to have to try to get out of.
I think that's flown. We will eventually get to Augusta.
Okay.
We're going to be on in a year come February, and I'd like to get there before the year mark. But holy
maybe we can
cow.
get on for our anniversary.
It's looking like that's the like Chris Fisher, who works down there at 98.3 at HD in Augusta. You guys know him. Fish is like, hey, how about this date? We're like, that doesn't work. Ooh, and it's not that it doesn't work for a small reason. It's like we have something big going on.
Yes.
Anyway, we would love to get down there and do some stuff at Augusta, too. But here in Charlotte, I was at the Halal Guys grand opening, this restaurant, the Halal Guys. And so my job, they had a DJ there. It wasn't the radio station playing the music. Sometimes the radio station plays the music. They hired a DJ, and my job was to talk on the mic and remind people that they can win a big screen TV. They can win a PlayStation 5. They can win Apple AirPods. I think they had a MacBook Pro they were giving away.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a 2-day grand open celebration, so it was super easy for me. LauRen, I get on the mic, and I'm like, first it's like I'm there from 11 to 1, so this is like 11:15. And I'm like, hey, everybody, welcome out to Halal Guys, the grand opening. It's Maney from the Maney and LauRen Morning Show. Thank you so much. With that, something that's never happened to me before while being on the radio or doing some sort of an announcement, a freaking bee lands on my arm and stings me.
No way.
But I didn't even notice it.
What do you mean you didn't notice it?
I didn't notice that he was on me.
You didn't feel the pain when it stung you?
I felt the pain when it stung me, but I didn't know it was sitting on my arm.
Okay.
So I'm doing, and I'm like, don't forget to sign up. And then all of a sudden I feel the sting, and I'm like, stay professional, stay professional. I'm like, download the Halal Guys app, and you can win there. And I hand the microphone back, and the dude goes, was that a bee? I go, yeah, I just got stung by a bee. He goes, I saw it on your arm.
Well, thanks for telling me.
Well,
I mean, he could have, like, you know, how you brush something away, you shoo it away.
But I think he was afraid if he did that, it would sting me. But I didn't
well,
even...
it stung you either way.
Exactly. I didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Like, he just landed on me, stung me. I think he's from our competition, is what I think it is. The competition let him go.
They sent him.
You know how the Wicked Witch sends the monkeys, the flying monkeys, after Dorothy and the crew? They pointed to me. They were like, get him.
Bees.
Yeah. And the bee got me. And it hurt. So
I bet.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn.
I haven't been stung by a bee in years.
Yeah, I'm like, man, remember? And I got hit by a hornet at my house. I put my arm on, like my hand right on one. I'm terrible lately with bees in my adult years. So Joey, our tech, who's out there from the promotions team, says, QT is right down there. Why don't you go get a Benadryl and you can, knock down the swelling. And I was like, good idea. I went and got ice and a Benadryl. I took the Benadryl, and then I told my wife I took Benadryl. She's like, babe, you're going to fall asleep.
Yeah, 100%. Nighty-night.
So then I go back to QT, and I get a coffee. I spent more time at the QT than I did the Halal Guys.
Gosh.
I'm in the car, and I'm like, oh, my God, I have to go coach my son's last baseball game.
Oh.
I'm dozing off here. But once I got on the field with the kids and we started playing baseball and stuff, the adrenaline kicked in. But I was exhausted for the rest of the day. And yeah, that damn bee, man, it got me good. By the way, a listener showed up. A couple listeners showed up, but one listener in particular showed up from Fort Mill. And her husband came up and said that her wife was standing in the line. Now, there's a grand opening, so there's a line. They're only letting a certain amount of people into the restaurant. And the line wrapped around the store. You're going to like this. The husband comes over and goes, hey, my wife and daughter are in the line over there. They thought that line was to meet you.
Oh, that made your day. That made your day.
Oh, well, I go, I wish there was that many people here to come see the Maney and LauRen show. But there's the line is for the food, not for me.
Yeah.
More people are interested in going in the restaurant than they are coming over and saying hi and winning prizes from us. But, whenever
Did you go over and say hi and make them feel special? Okay.
They didn't come for Halal Guys. They came specifically to see us and the radio station. So, yeah, I got a nice picture. She's a big fan. He's a big fan from New York. You know what they do? They stream the radio station in their car on Apple Play.
It's a good idea.
They blow past the radio and they just stream it. So if you're in this world now, like this digital world, like so many of us are, you can knock off 95.1, and when you get in your car, just Apple Play and stream us on the Kiss 95.1 app.
If you're at home, you can use Alexa.
Yeah. You can do the same
ways.
thing with HD 98.3. Stream us. However you want to do it, make sure you listen to the Maney and LauRen show. Thank you. I got to go take care of my bee sting. So we have a vent line. And you can vent about anything you want. Work, personal life, friends. Whether or not the bananas are so green at the grocery store. Whatever it is, you can shoot us a voicemail and feel free to vent away on the Maney and LauRen Morning Show vent line. LauRen, that number is?
704-666-1922.
704-666-1922. Here is the vent line from this weekend, LauRen. Let's tap in.
My coworkers suck. So it is.
Oh, hey, that was the whole vent. My coworkers suck.
Okay.
Because it was two separate people.
My coworkers suck.
Click.
So it is 9:09 in the morning, and I found out that I have court for custody. The father of my child decided that he would up and leave me when I told him I was pregnant. And now I found out that he has filed for custody, and he has not been involved in our child's life.
Vent, girl, vent.
The
Yeah.
whole entire time. My son is going on 2 on New Year's Eve. And this is what I've been kind of stressing about. I haven't really had anybody to talk about this with. This man does not deserve any of this. He does not deserve my son in his life after he up and left us and put me through everything what he went through while I was pregnant.
No, he doesn't. Get you a good lawyer.
But thank you for letting me vent. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
My boss likes to cause me grief for absolutely no reason.
And welcome to the club.
I started working under him a few months ago, and everything was fine. I had the same schedule I've been working normally. Made it about through 2 weeks, and I started picking up on things he was doing that was totally against company policy. Things that would get any of us fired, especially if I knew about it and let it continue to happen. So I shed light on it. He got upset.
Yeah, of course.
And that's when it started.
Yep.
My schedule got changed to closing every single night, which means I go into work about 12:30 and I leave about 10:30. So that's my vent. If anybody's hiring, hit a girl up.
You poor thing. Yeah, once you call out the boss about something, you are going to get screwed. That sucks. Oh, man.
Do it anonymously next time.
Yeah. All right, 704-666-1922. It's the Maney and LauRen Morning Show vent line. And you can listen to the vents Monday, which is today, at 6:38, and then we'll do it at 8:38 on Friday. So there you go. You got the bookends of the weekend for the vent line. LauRen, the election's almost here. Have you gotten out and voted yet?
I have.
Good for you.
It took me like 3 or 4 times, but
Yeah.
the lines were so long this year.
They're calling North Carolina a battleground state, and North Carolina broke the record for most early votes with 4.2 million early votes
Wow.
in person before Election Day, which is awesome. But with Election Day coming, houses are divided, which is crazy, and a lot of negative vibes are out there. And I figured we should introduce a new feature of positive news for the next couple days.
Okay, I like that.
You like that? All right, so we got 3 stories. Why don't you go ahead with story number 1?
Okay.
Give us some positive vibes for our lives.
So a cop in Southern California is being hailed a hero for saving a kid from an oncoming train. The mom's SUV got stuck on the tracks, and while she was trying to get her 2 kids out before the train came and hit the car, the deputy pulled up behind her at the tracks. He jumped out of his car to help her get the second child out. He got the kid out, no problem. She got her other child out with a second to spare. Wow. The SUV got nailed, but everyone is okay.
Oh, man. Yeah. These police officers, men and women, risk their lives every single day. Just another day on the job for that officer, but change that person's life forever. That's awesome. How about a guy in Missouri who got some good luck? He got a call from his wife telling him to come back home because he left his lunch on the counter. He said, no, I don't want to turn back home. Just put the lunch in the refrigerator and I'll eat that tomorrow. So he decided to go grab something to eat. So he popped into a store, bought a lottery ticket, and it won him $3 million.
Get out of here.
Because he left his lunch at home and didn't want to turn around and come back for it. Like what if his wife was like, no, you come back and get this lunch that you're eating.
Or I'll bring it to you.
Or I'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
Nope. He popped into the store, got a lottery ticket, won $3 million.
Good for him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about this one? A 6-year-old girl in England. She had a very happy Halloween thanks to a bunch of her neighbors who learned sign language for her.
Aww.
Over half of the neighborhood took the time to learn simple phrases like trick or treat and you look spooky.
That is awesome. I love when a neighborhood gathers for kids like that. You know what I mean? That's good news, LauRen. Now everybody's texting all their theme parties. It seems like everybody does it.
See?
Someone says one of our big meetings of the year at my company is with our whole team, our whole company. Last year was Heroes and Villains. I went as the witch/queen from Snow White. This year it's going to be an 80s theme. Our company loves theme parties. Yeah, I get it. I dressed up as in 80s when we would go up to
Beach Mountain.
Beach Mountain for our weekend. But there was a party that didn't happen, and it was in Ireland, LauRen. Thousands of people flocked to Dublin's O'Connell Street on Halloween night for a highly anticipated Halloween parade, only to find out it didn't exist. The parade rumor reportedly began with a post on myspirithalloween.com, a website that collects Halloween events around the world. Mm-hmm. The whole event was an unintentional hoax caused by misinformed content writers who mistakenly assumed the parade would happen based on outdated information.
Ooh.
With the help of a viral TikTok video, you could see thousands of costumed and confused partygoers wandering around Dublin's O'Connell Street waiting for a parade that never was going to happen.
They had their own parade, clearly.
The streets weren't even blocked off. It was funny. The police were trying to clear the street, explained someone who recorded it on TikTok. It was shared so many times online that the police had to step in and clarify that no parade had been scheduled. However, it was too late. Thousands of people were already down there waiting for this parade that wasn't going to happen.
You're in costumes. You just walk down the middle of the street. You are the parade.
The authorities weren't okay with that, though. The streets weren't closed off or anything. There was traffic.
Anarchy.
Authorities issued a statement urging people to leave, confirming that the entire event was an unintentional hoax caused by misinformation. A misinformed content writer who mistakenly thought that the parade would happen. But that parade hasn't happened in years.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Frankenstein, giant pumpkin, dinosaur, please disperse. There is no parade. I repeat, there is no parade. Misinformation, no parade.
That would happen to us, right?
Yeah.
Like, we would totally do that.
We would send all of our listeners somewhere and be like, oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, that doesn't happen anymore? Right.
Kiss 95.1's 30-year anniversary is coming. I called a meeting so that we could start preparing for the 30th anniversary, only to find out that I was a year off. Remember?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I called everybody together in the giant meeting room, and they're like, wait a minute, it's not 30 years till next year.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ahead of the ball.
You were actually early for something.
Way early. I had like an eventful 5 minutes a little while ago.
Okay.
I left the studio to go to the bathroom, which is right across from our studio. And there's two ladies sitting in the hallway there. And I look and I recognize the one and I said, hey, good morning. They said, hi, good morning. And I go, Miss Mayor? It's like, hi, I'm Vi. I go, yes, Vi Lyles, the mayor of Charlotte. We've met you several times. You played Camp Eat LauRen with us. Oh, totally. 95.1. That's where you are.
Yep. We've hosted many events with her.
She's here to record some stuff, And so I said, oh, that's awesome. We talked for a little bit. Then I went to the bathroom. And while I'm in the bathroom, this is where I have a question. I see Kyle, our engineer, and I don't know what the etiquette. Ladies, it's different for you because you don't have the urinals. So, yes, I'm talking about the mayor and urinals in the same sentence. I walk in, and Kyle is at the urinal, and I go to the urinal. And is it okay to talk business in the bathroom? See, for women, it's different because you guys are boxed in. You have your privacy. Now, at the urinal, you're boxed in on your body, but your heads stand out so you can see each other. And I turn to Kyle and I go, hey, buddy, did you get the ticket I put in because the blinds are broken in our office?
Yeah.
And he's good at fixing stuff like that. Stuff that you think has no chance of coming back to life. Kyle somehow manages to pull stuff back to life. And he goes, yeah, buddy. Just like that. Like Kyle's got a real deep voice. He goes, yeah, buddy. And then he was real short with me, and I'm like...
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to have a whole conversation at the urinal. Is it okay? I don't know. Did you look down first?
No, we're blocked. I can't see... I would have to look... no, that's not the point. The point is like if you...
Well, that makes it awkward.
Let me ask you something. Has anybody gotten any business done in the bathroom? Maybe you...
Made a deal.
Maybe you went in with your boss... And your boss was in there, and you're like, you go to the bathroom, you're washing your hands, you turn, and your boss is like, hey, I haven't told anybody yet, but yes, you are going to get that promotion. I'm excited to tell you. Boss is like, hey, we have one-on-one private time here. I don't know what the etiquette is, but can you talk business in the bathroom? 704-570-9595. Do you remember years ago? We talked to people who took up smoking or pretended to smoke to go have a smoke break with their boss to either get things fixed around the office or to get what they wanted. It's kind of like that. you know? But as I was talking to Kyle, I'm like, maybe this isn't the place to talk business.
Yeah, it's not. You could send an email. You could hit him on the outside of the bathroom, but like while your pants are around your feet.
No, they're not. We're not that
I know.
low
I'm
at the urinal.
just using it as an example. That's probably not the best place.
Someone said some of us women will just get all in the same stall and do our business and chat, especially at a bar.
That's if we're friends.
At the bar.
Yes.
What do you do at work when you see somebody in passing?
I can assure you I don't go into the into the stall with them.
No, I know, but I mean, like, if you're coming out and a woman's coming in, do you just say, hey, how are you?
I'm not chatty in the bathroom. Like, if somebody strikes up a conversation with me and I already have the door shut, I'm like a one-word answer.
What if our accountant person's in there? Would you be like, hey, did you see I put in?
No. No, I would
So
not.
you wouldn't talk business in the bathroom. All right, talking business in the bathroom. Who has done it and what'd you get out of it? This is Abe. Abe's an IT guy. Abe, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We're good. So do you get a lot of questions asked to you while you're in the men's room?
It happens all the time. I work with engineers, and they're always asking about computer upgrades and whatnot. And obviously, I direct them to submit a ticket, but this one guy got away with it just because he had a ticket prior.
You don't know how many times we have heard, put in a ticket.
Put a ticket in.
Yep.
Loren's like, I need a battery in my mouse. It's dead, and I have the show going on. Put a ticket in. We'll get to it at 10.
Right. I'm having a problem saving something. Can you show me what I'm doing wrong? Put a ticket in. I'm like, really?
Yeah. So, Abe, talking business in the bathroom is a no-go, you would say, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're trying to have a small break between work.
Okay.
And, sometimes the urinal is just a place,
All right. I appreciate you chiming in. Brian from Jersey says, he texts in and says, no talking ever in the men's room. Someone said on the opposite side, my old boss used to take sales calls and business calls as he was using the bathroom. It was disgusting. Someone said, you can have small talk while washing your hands,
Yes,
but not
agreed.
while going.
Agreed.
And finally, somebody said, I'm a female, but I think talking at the urinals is fine as long as you don't look down. Okay, well, then I'm
told
safe. You ever wonder what you would do during an alien invasion?
Yeah,
Like
actually.
Independence Day?
Yes. My husband and I have an apocalypse plan.
That includes zombies or aliens, I guess.
I get more like world warfare, but it could work for a zombie apocalypse too.
Well, a website, according to the Daily Mail, put together a list of the states in the United States who would be most prepared and would have a chance to survive an alien invasion if the aliens came down angry. And those two states are Virginia and Alabama. The ones you're most doomed are Nevada, where supposedly Area 51 is.
Yeah, because they're coming for their kinfolk, okay?
And Idaho also is last on the list.
Oh, what's in Idaho?
I don't know. Potatoes? A website conducted a
They must
study.
like French fries.
Take me to your McDonald's. A website just conducted a study to determine which states' citizens would be better off in an alien invasion, taking into account things like the number of UFO sightings, landscape of the terrain, defense, science, and medical resources, plus food and beverage manufacturing. All this was taken into account. In the end, Virginia had the highest alien survival score, followed by Alabama, and then Massachusetts, Minnesota, New York, Florida, Wisconsin.
There's no way.
North Carolina, Alaska, and Georgia
These
all
are the
made
best
the top 10.
survivals?
Yes.
There's no way. First, New York's not on there. It's a big city.
New York is on there.
I know it's on there, but like it can't be on there.
Well, hold on a second. New York State is huge and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I get it. But
Don't be a
like,
New Yorkist.
I'm not. Even Virginia. Virginia's too close to D.C. Like,
Don't argue with the facts, Ren.
they're going there first.
I love the fact that North Carolina and Georgia, two states that we broadcast to, were in the top 10. Now, on the other side of it, don't live in Arizona, Nebraska, Oregon, Utah, Oklahoma, and New Hampshire. South Carolina, you're going to have to cross the border to
Yep.
North Carolina if you want to survive, or go to Georgia. And Wyoming was also on the list of bad states that won't survive it.
I think it's funny that Florida is on the survival states because even the aliens are like, you guys are nuts down there. We ain't messing with you.
You have to get down here and check out something called Broward County.
Right.
It's unbelievable what happens here. There's a man chasing a snake and a crocodile. 75.1. It's the Maney and LauRen morning show. Now, here's something I like. We found this on BuzzFeed, and it's adults who still love doing things that would be considered a childhood pastime.
Okay.
Something that kids are typically doing, like a train set, for instance.
Yeah, there's a ton of adults that collect trains.
Guy posted on BuzzFeed a picture of his basement. The entire basement is all trains. There's like 50 trains going in different directions, and he's all about it, you know? Someone said Legos. When I was a kid, we didn't have much money, so I'd only get to play with them at friends' houses or at my cousins' houses. So now that I have money, I'm at the Lego store 5-6 times a month.
I love that for you.
Someone says coloring. I sit and color with my kids all the time, and I got to be honest, even when my kids aren't around, I'm coloring without them.
I'm not going to lie. Coloring is very therapeutic.
Yeah. Like, do you do a coloring
Relaxing.
book? Like, would you get a coloring book and, like, color something?
Like if my kids were coloring, I would sit down and color with him.
Yeah. Someone says I still sleep with my baby blanket.
Except for my kids don't color. They throw balls at my head. Hashtag boy mom.
Who's a better, like, in the lines colorer? Jax or Cash?
Oh, Cash right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jax isn't there yet.
Because Ruby has always been a good artist, and Dean never was. My oldest was always outside the lines, and Ruby's like really good, but she's a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. She's going to be the better student because she's going to really care about her grades. Whereas I'm learning that my sixth grade son right now is like a little like me.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, I got life figured out. This is going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to parent that. Anyway, someone says I sleep with a baby blanket. It's a big for a baby blanket, and from one of those swap meets that I found, it's in really good condition. Not only do I sleep with it every night, but I have a hard time sleeping without it, and I'm 25 years old. Let's see. Drew sends us a text message that says he loves playing Fortnite. I'm addicted to the video more than the kids are. Taking the remote from the kids. I play Madden. I play MLB The Show on my PlayStation, so that's one for me. I go home and I'll make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And Amanda laughs at that. A hot dog.
I still like a PB&J.
I eat the Goobers, though. I buy the one that has the
Goobers.
peanut butter and jelly mixed together.
I thought that was so Pittsburgh.
No.
That's funny.
I love that. It's all in one. The only problem is that I keep it in the pantry, and she thinks I should keep it in the fridge.
It gets dry in the fridge.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep it in the pantry. And she's like, the jelly needs to be in the fridge. No, right?
No.
Thank you.
Not in a goober.
All right, hey, let's do this real quick. Let's check the pulse of you guys. Give us a call and tell us what's something that you still do now as an adult that would be considered somewhat childish. Text messages are flying in. One of them is action figures. Somebody texted in and said they love playing their G.I. Joes. They're 43. Someone else says they still love playing with their kids' model cars. You know, the radio-operated model cars that they put together. Yeah, they love playing with those. They're adults.
The remote control cars?
Yeah, and some of them are really expensive. Someone said sniffing Elmer's glue. They're an adult and they like to sniff the glue. Okay. Someone else said Pac-Man, an arcade game. How about this? Somebody else texted in and said their daughter made brownies, and she's the mom, she licked the bowl. It's the opposite. Usually it's the mom that makes the brownies, and the kids lick the bowl.
I like that.
Someone says, I still play the old school Nintendo.
I loved the original Nintendo. Duck Hunt, my jam.
Someone says, I love Fun Dip.
I do too.
Do you eat the stick?
I actually like the stick better than I like the stick and the powder together.
Okay. And a lot of people are still watching the old school cartoons, like the Tom and Jerry cartoons, those stuff, the things I used to do on Saturday morning. So there you go. That's the list. Way to go, adults.